and until we make the audience feel a part of us. Okay, that is something that has been passed on from tradition to tradition as a dancer. When I started off 21 years ago, same speech again. Okay, so we started back, and SHIAMAK basically always told this to me, my director. If you've seen all the AVs that said SHIAMAK, SHIAMAK, that's our director. He's a choreographer and my guru, my teacher, who has taught me everything that I know, and I'm passing it on to them here. Okay.
We're gonna have a talk back with you guys, which seems very quiet after all that excitement. But I'm sure you also want to get a little behind the scenes and have a few questions. Does anyone have any questions they want to ask? Could we bring up or put those down so we can see the audience better? Yeah. I actually have something. Can you hear me without the mic? No. It's easier. Can we lose those lights there, because then I can. Oh, so that's stage time. Well, we'll let you ask the first question.
First of all, wonderful show. I really congratulate you on doing the animal piece, because I thought that's really out of the box. The billions of animals that are tortured. So thank you. Practical question is regarding the costumes. Do you keep a costume base? Do they pay for your own? How does it work? Like, where are they stored, and just the practical side?
Okay, so these costumes are made back in India. So we have classes all over. We have it in India, we have it in Australia, we have it in UK, Dubai. We have it in US, Toronto, here. So all our costumes basically come from India, and we get it for the dancers over here. We have a warehouse where we store all our costumes and our props. These props that you've seen is made in-house over here by David. Where is David? David! That's David, and we go very far. We started in school, we were in the same school together as childhood, and today we are here back home doing the same thing, dancing over here. So these props that you've seen has been done by David. He is the one who's done everything here. Obviously with the help of our dancers. Costumes, they look after Nikita. That's Nikita. She looks after the costumes. And Shrishti, where is Shrishti? Shrishti, where are you? Is she okay?
She's folding costumes.
Okay, she's already folding costumes. Nice. So that's Shrishti. She looks after the costumes here and all that.
So what I'm curious about with these props is
Yes.
what they're like dancing with, because one of the props, you know, those large plastic
Yes.
containers, maybe one of the dancers could talk about what it's like actually dancing with
Yes.
these.
Priyanka, do you want to speak about the bowl?
What's it like holding a bowl?
The fruit basket.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Tell us your name.
Oh, sure.
There you go.
My name is Priyanka. I'm a dancer and an instructor with the SHIAMAK Vancouver team. So these lovely props were actually, well, I shouldn't say we. David is actually very creative, and Shiraz, another woman who helps us with our props. So this is what they look like. They're pretty lightweight, not very heavy. All the work that you see here is done by hand, and some are falling off, unfortunately. But yeah, it's pretty lightweight. There's a little indent, a cutout here, where you can put your finger through, kind of like this, so you can get a good grip and do all sorts of fun stuff. So yeah, we try to make it work, you know.
What is the symbolism of the bowls? Why are you holding bowls?
Yeah, I'll say. It's easier for me to say. The reason we are holding something like this, we wanted to make a replica of a chandelier. You know, they have those lights, and in the olden times, used to have that kind of a glass jar with all the different designs on it, and have a light inside where you can light it up and do the thing. Now, to get that and dance with that is too much. It's too heavy, it's glass made. So we thought, let's look for something that's more creative and more easily accessible for us. So even if it breaks, we can always mend it. So my senior dancer, Shiraz, she was my first instructor when I started. So she's based over here. So she actually went around looking at a dollar store and she found this and she said, why don't we use this? Let's do this up, you know, and we can make it interesting. So from far, it looks pretty. It does, and it solves the purpose. Like when you're dancing, it looks nice in the hand. Instead of holding a tea light in your hand, you rather hold something that's big and where everyone visually can see what's happening in the hand as well.
Oh, so actually that's interesting. So you said a tea light, so it's kind of like their tea lights.
Yes.
But magnified. Do we have any questions anyone wants to ask?
I have a question.
Yes.
How often do you rehearse?
Who wants to answer that? Anybody of free? Come, Saurabh.
Hi, my name is Saurabh and I'm the second senior instructor. My instructor was Rohan back in India in 2000. Now I'm dancing with him thanks to SHIAMAK. So it all depends how often the shows come in. So sometimes we have a show on Friday and we have a show on Thursday. So we'll rehearse Monday and Tuesday after 9 p.m. till 12 in the night for those shows. And if there is show on Wednesday also, then we'll rehearse Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday before the show. So basically we at least take 2 rehearsals, so 2 hours each for one show. So we started, we just did overall 3 rehearsals for this show. A lot of people here, a lot of instructors, a lot of students, they're school going and they also have second jobs. But the only time we get is a night time. But they are all very dedicated. They go home, they watch all the videos on WhatsApp. There are some parents who help us. Parents come all the way. But let me tell you, they don't live at one place. They live in Surrey, Burnaby, Coquitlam, everywhere. But they come all the way to North Van. They rehearse, they go back home, they sleep, they go to school, they go to their jobs, and still they are here with us. So thank you.
With the dancers for a minute, I'm curious about the youngsters. Could you tell us maybe their ages and how long have they been dancing? Because they were really good.
Come, everyone come fast. Hurry up.
Hi, my name is Tia, and I'm a student of SHIAMAK in JTP, and I'm 12 years old. I've been dancing for 7 years in SHIAMAK ever since I was like 5 years old. You know, Rohan was my instructor.
Maybe you could tell us what are the classes? So something else I just want to say. In the first piece, can everyone go back to that first piece?
Yes.
There's the Bharatanatyam influence, Kathak influence dance happening here, and then the jazz thing happening here, Western jazz. So what is everybody training in?
So what we generally do is we are known, like there's like a notion in everywhere that I've seen. Sorry, I know that it's a thing, but every time people talk about India, everyone goes like this. So which is something that I don't agree with, because India has a variety of things that happen in India, and I'm sad and I'm sorry when I'm speaking this is because we do a lot more than just this. There is a lot more to us. There's a lot more different styles that is there. Every state in India has at least 4 to 8 different styles of dancing, and that is what Bollywood is about. Bollywood is basically become a name given to like Hollywood movies and Bollywood movies. So that encompasses every single thing that happens in India. So the dance form that you see on us is basically borrowed from all these different states. So there are folk dancing. Okay, you will see the garba that happens, the festivals and the things that are happening. We also do a style derived by a director, SHIAMAK. It's the Indo-Jazz. It's a fusion between Indian classical forms. It's not the exact form, but it's a borrowed form. So done in their own way of doing it, and done it with jazz. So they blend the two and they made it together. That's why the first piece, if you've seen, there's Kathak on the other side, and there's a Western jazz. They're trying to fuse. They're basically saying that, it's time. It's time that we can fuse together. It's time that we can merge together. Any other questions? Yes.
Why don't you come to Berlin in Germany?
I would love to. I would love to, because we did a show in Germany called the India Show.
Where?
We did a traveling show called India. Basically, our dancers were there for like 3 months, and we did in Germany.
Where?
Somewhere. But I'm just saying that we went to Germany for 3 months, and our dancers did a show called Show in India. Yeah. But I will tell SHIAMAK that we need to go to Germany. We need to go to Germany. Done. Please.
If I wanted to take a class in Bollywood dancing, tell me what you offer. Is that what it would be called, as a Bollywood dance class?
Yes, it is.
And how would that begin, and would I cope very well?
Okay. So SHIAMAK's motto is half feet will dance, half feet, or half the spirit will triumph. Half feet will dance, half spirit will triumph. Which means if you have the will and the spirit to dance, anything is possible. So there's no age limit. There's nothing like that. Okay, I'm not too good for this, or I'm not too good for that, or I'm not ready for this. It doesn't matter. Classes are for every single person in class. Okay, because it's knowledge. Knowledge can be given to any single person that comes into class. So it's got nothing. There's no criteria of you cannot. If the person is interested in dancing and is really like wanting to pursue it as a thing, then we have an audition that happens. Okay, we have an audition that happens for this group. We have 3 groups in this. The Junior ATP is the Junior Advanced Training Program. Okay, it's a program where we train kids to do professional shows like this. They get an experience to meet the audience, talk to them, understand costuming, understand lights, understand props in class, technique work. They do different styles in their classes. Same thing below that, the adults, it's the Advanced Training Program. It's for the adults. And after that, when they have been selected, handpicked by SHIAMAK to go into a special train, that's called the Special Potential Batch. Okay? And then we start doing shows, and from there they become instructors, they start teaching classes, they do all the different things and everything else, and movies and shows, and then it goes on.
We have time for maybe one last question, if anyone has one.
Yes.
Okay, no?
Yes.
In the video, there was a dance for good.
Yes.
Can you tell us what dance for good is?
Sure. Okay, the word itself, the tagline itself tells you it's dance for good. What we do, SHIAMAK started this movement, or we can say, back home in India, called the Victory Arts Foundation. It's offered through Victory Arts Foundation. It's the classes that we go to different different places with special needs kids, okay, who needs attention. So we go and we dance for them. Okay, senior homes, we go and we perform for them. So we don't charge any money. Okay, we just go there, we land up, and that's it. We dance for good.
I just want to ask one more question. That if I don't speak the songs are in Hindi,
Yes.
right? If I don't have a cultural background, can I still do Bollywood dancing if I don't speak Hindi?
Yes, you can, because music itself doesn't speak any language, right? You can understand rhythm, you can understand anything. It's like me walking into a ballet class or a thing and not understanding what to do. If the teacher explains it well and shows me how to do it, that's all I need, because I understand what my teacher is telling me to do. Yes, it is difficult for some people who come in and they say that, what is he saying? What does this mean? And what is the significance of? Sometimes when we do actions, doesn't mean anything. It just means that we need to do every step doesn't have a classical meaning or significance of anything. Yes, there are certain gestures and stuff that happen in classical movement which is specifically for that particular style. So I cannot go beyond that. I cannot teach that, and we don't do that because I don't know that. I will never teach that. So I don't go out of my comfort zone where I have to explain something that I cannot answer. So it's that one. So when you come into class, yes, sometimes you will find it difficult because you will not understand what that guy is saying. But when the teacher explains to you, okay, he is saying so and so stuff, like he'll explain it in class. So you'll have an understanding of, okay, this is what he means. Like tata this step that he does has no meaning. But when you watch it, you feel happy about it. You feel shampoo is brushing his hair, something is doing something with his hand, is rubbing, is feeling cold maybe he wants to clap and do something else. It's done differently. Different choreographers have a different say of doing things, right? So that's it. That's how it is.
I want to thank the young dancers and the older dancers, and thank you, Rohan.